Sorry, guys. Welcome in. I am doing a new thing tonight. So, one of the things I do like to relax is color. I know that probably sounds so juvenile, but it's like really, really relaxing. So, I thought, why not get on and do that and be able to chat with you guys too? So, that's what I'm here doing tonight. Hey, Tracy. Y'all like my bunny? Isn't she cute? And I have mandalas. Ooh, yeah, I'm going to work on that one. She's kind of cute. Hey! My nephew's team didn't win their game, guys, but they played well. It was fun to watch. Hey, Robin. So I went ahead in the bin, guys, because I can print y'all these color sheets if anybody wants them. So I went ahead and put them in the bin. Oh, I need to plug this back in. So I decided I'd hop on and I don't know, color and maybe even do like some diamond painting or something in a bit. I have an appointment tomorrow, so I don't have to get up early. And since I don't have to get up early, I am going to hang out. Uh-oh. I messed up that. Does anyone else enjoy coloring? So the mandalas I can print are going to be 10 pages. And I don't think it's bad. I mean, I'm doing like $1 a page because they're, you know, like it's the paper, the ink, the everything, but sorry, I had somebody like asking me, did I know that I had a show for 11:15 tonight? I'm like, yeah, I'm actually on. Well, like I buy coloring books or whatever, but I recently invested into a really nice printer. And so now I'm just kind of printing my own. And since I have the ability to print them, I'm like, well, why don't I just hop on here? Hold on one second. Let me get these pinned. Why don't I just hop on and then you guys have the option to color with me. So I like the Bold and Easy. So I'm doing 10 pages, and it doesn't mean you'll get these exact same ones. Like you might, like I just am going to print 10 random pages if someone wants some. But anyway, you can purchase from that link if you're interested. I like doing them. I actually am planning to maybe make them into fabric. So, I don't know. Maybe. I also have diamond paintings. I guess I could throw those in the bin. I went in Tracy's show. I was hanging out in there a little bit. Yep, it is. I thought I'd hop on and offer coloring pages because I can print those out and they're really high quality. We recently got like a really cool printer, and so now I can print stuff and sell. And like, you come hand me that. And we just finished dinner and it was so good, y'all.
The whole thing, or just one of them?
That top the paper up top where the tag things are. All of it, the whole stack. So this is the quality of the printing that I'm currently able to do. So like seriously good quality print. Like, okay. I did some printing tonight because I'm going to start doing,
Oh, that's cool.
Look at this, guys. How crazy is this? Look, you can see the hair on the moth or the middle of its body. Is that not nuts? How awesome this printer is? Like, oh my gosh, right? So I'm going to start printing some of these and I'll be offering some paper products like for junk journalers. So Mom and I are going to be making some like tags and stuff like that because I really wanted the printer. And so it's like, well, if I'm going to have the printer, I need to justify it, you know? So it's got to sell well. But if anyone's interested in color pages, I can print you color pages. So, and I have a thing under here because it bleeds.
We also did another thing today.
We did, guys. We found a house. We found a house. We are going to be ordering our house. It's going to be, I know that sounds crazy, but it's going to be factory made. And so we're going to order our house the beginning of next week. And we're going to pay off our land and our house over the next several weeks. And then in like 90 days, we will be moving into our home, which is really cool, on Lake Fork in Texas.
We're officially lake people.
Yeah, I guess technically we're officially lake lizards. How long does it take for the house? 90 days. 90 days. And we will be in it to win it. Oh, you see what I did there, y'all? You see what I did there? Oh, I love these markers. So those of you who do enjoy coloring, do you color with alcohol markers? Oh, please don't leave her show. Stay with her, Leilani. It's totally fine. This is just a come on chat, you know. Yes, same area. Mm-hmm.
It's about 20 minutes down the road.
Mm-hmm. Very close to my nieces, which is a priority for me. Plus Mom's job and all, you know. Like, gotcha. Well, I just don't want to take anybody away. I mean, I want you to hang with her. Why do I love pinks and greens so much? I don't know. Oh, really? I like bold colors and I actually have some that are like, oh my gosh, some of the markers I have are insane. They look like paint.
Show them this thing. This is impressive.
Matt said I should show y'all my markers.
That thing is.
That's just one. I also have Sharpies, fine points, and I have this whole bag, and then there's some on the other side of the room over there.
This is, to me, this is like a whole.
Oh, well, now these are numerical. The ones in the thing, they're put in numerically. Matt and I actually did that a couple days ago.
All the way from, I can't remember what it is.
It's zero to like 3 digits.
375, and then it starts going into number letters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What do those mean?
I don't know what they are. They're not manufactured in the U.S., so I'm not sure. Sorry, guys. I got my camera angle a little off when I moved. I also love that I have fluorescents in these because the fluorescents are so amazing.
I think it's like German or something.
Mm.
Adega?
No, it's like
Japan?
yeah, no, it's China.
Going back to my hole.
All right, then you have a good time. Who's gonna buy them some coloring pages? Did I make them too expensive? I probably need to take the price down a little. I wasn't sure how much to offer them for. I hope this is relaxing for y'all. It is for me. This is what I do to zone out in the evenings. I actually use a lot of my... It was good. My nephew got an RBI, so he batted in a run. His team lost by 1 point. But it was super exciting to watch him. That's not going to work. These are bleeding too much. Yeah, he did really well. We were really proud of him. Y'all, we had the best pork loin for dinner. We put it on at like 3 o'clock this afternoon, so it was like so tender and yummy. It was Asiago peppercorn. Oh, it was amazing. I was like pretty stoked about it. I'm kind of impressed that there are 5 of y'all here. That kind of makes me feel good, y'all. So who's excited for the Bible study? Everybody's going to be like, you can't ever go to Broken Show anymore. She never sells anything. We've had so many shows lately where we're just working on stuff. I know you guys have to be sick of it. So, Robin, I am going to be doing a Bible study here on Whatnot. The purpose of our study is going to explore things that Jesus said in the Bible. The first verse that we're going to look at and explore, I'm going to try to do these once a month because it takes a lot of work for me. Because I'm literally writing these like completely. So I'm going to attempt to get them in once a month for you guys. And we're going to break down a verse and talk about... The first one we're going to do is blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. And there's a lot to unpack with mourning. The actual biblical, like what I do is I take a verse and I pull context out of it, and I'm like, okay, in the Bible, when people mourned, let's talk about what that looked like. Where did we see that happen? When was it? What did it look like? How was it portrayed? That type thing, right? So, I will also create a PDF. Well, there's going to be a packet I'll show it to y'all. Give me just a second. These are going to be for purchase in my bin. So if you purchase a packet for the upcoming Bible study, you're just going to get this printed and mailed to you. So this is our first one. It's a guided study. This helps you follow along with the things I'm going to break it down and go over. And then it gives you a section to make notes and a chart to walk it out with examples of what I think you should do. If you're doing a journal, obviously you can continue this on the next page, but if you're doing a journal, it gives you how to kind of journal about it. And then this is my don't forget what we're doing. And then I'm also going to include a faith color page with each packet. So like if you purchase the packet, you would do this in enough time that you would get this sent out to you. And then on the Bible study night, you would have this ready and you would come to the show and we would do the Bible study via Whatnot show. So that's kind of my plan. And what I want to do is have the second study materials done before we do the first one. Does that make sense? I hope. Yeah, so that you guys can in the first Bible study, you'll be able to purchase journals and like I have a lot of journals that are to like, just for writing and stuff. And so I'm going to have those available in the bin. And then you'll be able to buy the next month's Bible study materials at the first month. Hey, do any of you guys that are quilters, do any of you guys follow Jordan Fabrics? On YouTube is where I got to know them. I'm just curious if anybody follows them on YouTube because the lady, Donna Jordan, passed away and it's so sad. And I didn't even know she was sick. And guys, I gotta tell you, watching her videos really helped me fall in love with quilting. She's amazing. They're on YouTube and they say they're going to keep making videos. So we'll see, like if they choose to or not, but it was really sad. I think she must have gotten sick. Oh, she's amazing. Her tutorials are great. I learned a lot from her about piecing. And I'll be really honest, her husband does his name is Matt. And her husband does all the cuts. Like they have log cabin kits that you can buy from them. And they're really nice. What color should I use next, guys? I'm fixing to use a blue, but y'all tell me what color I should use next. Yellow? I'll put some yellow in. It's Jordan Fabrics. Yeah. Thank you, Jan. They're really sweet people. Welcome in, guys. I am hanging out, doing a coloring page. There is coloring pages just like the one I'm doing pinned. I will print you out 10 of them and mail them to you if you would like. You're welcome to purchase from the pinned Buy It Now. Thank you, Jan. Is it too quiet? I just realized it was pretty quiet. I have some of the best yellows in this set. Hey Carrie, hey Caitlin, hey Socks and Beans, welcome in. I'm doing a coloring page. I'm like channeling my inner I don't want to offend anyone by saying dorky, but that's what I always think of when I sit and color them. Because my husband is like a jock. He's like really, really into sports and a total athlete. Like he went to college on a baseball scholarship. He's bowled perfect games. And I'm I'm not that girl. I didn't play sports. I know it's hard to believe, but I didn't. I was crafty. And I read a lot of books when I was in high school. Books were kind of my escape. So I'm offering these mandala coloring pages right down here. I will print those and mail them to you if you're interested. And we've got plenty of cool colors to choose from, y'all. And that's just one. You know, Jan, I have them all in a folder because I've been saying I'm going to have fat quarters made from them. I don't know if I'm going to make it to that or not, but the goal when I first started all this was to scan these in and have fat quarters made up. But to be honest, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Right now, they just go in a folder. I have a ton of them finished. If y'all want to see them, I'll show them to you. These might be my favorite color. Thank you. These are old school. I got them from Jilly. They were out of a unit, and they're called Bic Market. They don't make them anymore. Oh, I'm so sad about that. And I got all these Sharpies out of a unit. And all these out of a unit. I bought all these from Jilly. Now, my big set I ordered from either Shein or Temu. I don't remember. They're alcohol markers, so they're like really, I don't know. I don't know if I would say overrated or like the coolest, you know? I don't know. I have thrown away an entire color sheet because I got the sequence wrong. I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little OCD here. Oh, yeah. No, I thought about sending these out with packages, but I thought they'll be like, what is she sending us? This is so weird. I don't know. Would you guys be like, oh my gosh? I figured everybody would be like, what is she sending me? I actually had a set of markers that was this size already. And and I've ran them out. So I had to buy these. I can't afford the super nice ones, the Ohuhu ones. I can't buy the Hawaiian ones. Like, they are just too expensive. I always use like my free rewards from TikTok or from Temu in order to get these big ones at like a really crazy good price. One time I made myself color like only in colors I didn't like one whole picture, all colors that I didn't care for. It was pretty funny. There was like so many browns and reds. Oh, they do. They really do. They cost a lot. They're like at Hobby Lobby, Ohuhus are like $4 a marker per marker. Yeah, you have to get generic. There's like no. Well, I mean, I say that. People can't afford it. I guess there are people who can, but I don't live like that. I don't live that life, y'all. Not at all. Where I can spend $4 on a marker? No, ma'am. I don't think that's ever happened in my whole life. Oh, I like these colors, y'all. It's so pretty. What color should I do this? The inside of that? Somebody give me a good one. Everybody's like, we don't want to get involved. Huh. Something bright. I have a fluorescent coral red. Hey, Doxy, what's up? Trying to organize. I feel you. I'm going to be having some major sales to get rid of stuff before we move Because, y'all, I don't want to move all this fabric. Like, imagine, y'all know how we all buy fabric. Like, none of us are, those of us who buy fabric, none of us are that different. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all over purchase. Can y'all imagine having to move your fabric hoard? Like, oh my gosh, this will make the second time I have moved my inventory, and I am over it. Completely over it. It's just been one of those, yeah, like I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm thinking I want to liquidate like literally most of everything I have, and then I'll just, go back and buy again or something. I don't know. It's like my beads will be moved in my own personal car. Craft supplies. Yeah, I won't. I don't trust anyone to move my beads. So they'll be moved in my own personal car. The movers will not touch my beads. But, and my cafe. My cafe always rides in the car with me, which is a certain designer of fabric, if you're not familiar. It is, Jan. We used these pods the last time we moved. Of course, we moved like an hour and a half away. This move is much shorter in distance, but we use these pods things that were in the driveway for for a couple weeks, I think. And it took Matt a couple of weeks to really get it full on the fabric side of things because we had so much inventory to move. And I had just purchased like 200 bolts when we decided we were moving. So go figure. I love these bright greens and oranges around that dark blue. I thought about going on TikTok and doing the coloring. It is, but my mom is really good at that. So the last time when we moved into this house, I get really bad anxiety when my stuff goes into boxes. I know this is gonna sound so crazy. Well, get your colors out, girl. Get your colors out. This is why I'm doing it, because it relaxes me. And I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to it. I have to go see oncology tomorrow. Oh, it's fine. Yeah. No, I have really bad anemia, and they make me see an oncologist. The anemia is, well, I have malabsorption due to some GI issues. And so, I'm sorry, I forget to clarify oncology. I'm so blessed not to have to see them for cancer reasons, but they're the only ones who deal with like pretty complex blood problems. And part of what my autoimmune, which is achalasia, part of dealing with achalasia is that I have to deal with malabsorption. It just goes on, guys. And it's always kind of a chore. Like right now, I got my blood work done today. My stupid iron is like 2 points in the normal range. Well, I've already done 6, Doxy. And my iron now is like 2 points to the good. So even though I still feel like crap and I still need another round of infusions, my insurance won't pay for them because I'm 2 points to the good. So, yeah, they're hematology. That's why. And and honestly, they would have me seeing oncology anyway as a preventative measure because eventually, um, my esophagus being as malfunctioned as it is, it will probably result in me needing something at some point. Now, they've talked about me doing some some aggressive treatments before, but I've been like, no, I think we'll save that for the people who really, who are struggling with this disease in a bad way, because I don't want to do aggressive treatments right now. So basically, it's a dysfunction of the esophagus. The motility, which is the ability of the esophagus to contract and move food from your swallow, where you swallow it, all the way down to what's called the lower esophageal sphincter. When you have achalasia, it's a two-parter. Your motility in your esophagus no longer works, and in addition to that, the lower esophageal sphincter is typically tightly shut when it's at its worst, and it has to be surgically opened. So, like when I was diagnosed, I dropped my weight all the way down. Well, I've always been 300 pounds since I can remember. Like right now, I'm 290 something, but I've always been about anywhere from 340. I've been as high as 340, but I when I first got diagnosed with achalasia, I was just so sick. I was down to 165 pounds. The day that they operated on me, I had not urinated in 9 days, and I had not gone to the bathroom, like pooed, in 33. I was days from death when they operated on me. Days. And so yeah, so I've walked a crazy journey with achalasia, and it's not in a way that's like oh, poor pitiful me, because really I'm lucky, you know what I mean? I'm like super lucky, because I got diagnosed when most people really struggle, which it was a struggle for me to get diagnosed, but oh yeah, I'm sorry you had to do that, Robin. My mother-in-law, Matt's stepmother, well, I mean, we're super close to her. I hate calling her stepmother, but like bonus mother is probably a better way to describe it. She had to she just went through breast cancer, and she had some of the best treatment out in New Orleans. She went to a breast cancer treatment center type thing there. She's talks about how amazing they are. But anyway, so I recently had a scope done, and it looks like I'm going to have surgery again. I just found that out the other day when I had the procedure. So I will need to do, probably at this point, I'll do a POEM procedure. Some sort of a POEM, or they'll do something, because my, when they go in to the bottom of your esophagus and that spot is tightly shut and not opening, what they do is they cut it open like an X. Like they damage the muscle, they slice it. So then it's just always open. And what that means is, if you bend over, then you'll have stuff come up in your chest, you know what I mean, from your stomach contents or whatever. And so so they do this other thing that's a wrap that they do for people who have like GERD. So they'll do that wrap or whatever to you. And when they do that wrap, they take, this is so gross, and if I'm grossing y'all out, y'all tell me and I won't give you more details, because it's fine. I don't have to talk about it. It just happens to be what we're discussing. The wrap portion of it they disconnect your stomach, the bottom of your stomach on the inside, from your liver and spleen, and they pull it up, and where your esophagus is on the outside of it, inside is that muscle they cut open. On the outside, they stitch that piece of stomach. So when I eat something and my belly gets full and tight, it goes like that, and it closes that opening that they sliced open. It's like a makeshift muscle. It's very similar. It's a DOR. A DOR is what I got back then. I had a Heller myotomy and a DOR wrap. So very similar to the Nissen, just, I mean, it's very slightly different. So because they don't do that anymore, that's not what they would do. Now I have to see what they're gonna do. And she said, you know, Larissa, I think the wrap portion is pretty much gone for you. And they don't want it. They don't want it open, because the more acid that comes up, the higher risk for cancerous activity. And like, it's so weird because I've just adapted my life to this disease. If I'm on the show and eating something, you'll hear me drinking, because nothing goes, my esophagus does not work. When I swallow food, I have to take a drink and push it down with a drink. So I have adapted my life around this insofar as, before I go to bed at night, I take Protonix every day. Before I go to bed at night, I pick up my shoes, or I make sure Matt's going to be home so that he can pick up things off the floor that I may need the next morning, because I don't bend over until I've had breakfast. Which seems really easy when you first kind of think about it. But then, like, really spend a minute and think about how many times you bend over before breakfast. A lot. And I can't do that. Yeah. I do not have that luxury. I cannot do that. So it's a big issue for me. But again, you just learn. You learn how to live, how to deal with life. You know what I mean? Like, you adapt. It's just the way it goes, you know? I'm pretty accustomed to it, you know, but there are things that it's difficult. Thank you. I like it. I think it's pretty. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but oh, I bet that is difficult. My niece has juvenile arthritis. There we go, guys. She's all colored up. That one came out pretty. Do y'all want to see some of my junk journal stuff that I'm going to be working on and start offering? Look at these prints. Are these not insane? Y'all, this little, oh my gosh. Doesn't it make y'all just want to craft? I just think they're so cool. So stinking cool. Look at this one. I want this on fabric. Like, I seriously, hey, bless your vintage, what's up? She's crazy, right? I love these though. What you doing? Yes, agreed. The butterfly needs to go on fabric, for real. Boo, a webinar? What? I'm just kidding. I mean, yeah, totally. So Mom and I are gonna make some tags for junk journaling, and I'm gonna cut these babies out so we can work on them. I was just on here coloring live because, you know, I got nothing better to do with my life. And because real people never sleep. How is work for you, bless your vintage? My job is stressful. Oh, you're on spring break this week? That's awesome. Real people never sleep. Oh, cool. Awesome. Okay. Well, I am out actually tomorrow for a doctor's appointment, so I will be gone tomorrow. I have to see oncology tomorrow, and I believe I'm going to try to get in to see the surgeon tomorrow as well. I've been trying to do them all on the same day so I don't have to take as many days out. Not much has changed, so what do you need surgery for, Leilani? Ugh. Yeah, any type of surgical stuff is just frustrating. Oh no. That's a big oh no. I'm sorry to hear that, Leilani. But I understand. Do you? I do GPL1s, and I mean I do it because I'm a diabetic, but also because it helps me lose weight. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, I don't know. I always say it's, as expected because achalasia, we always know that we're going to have to be reoperated on. And honestly, I was operated on 20 years ago. So the fact that I've made it this long is pretty amazing. That does not help you, woman. Oh, that is not helping you at all. Skipping meals is a no-no. Bless Your Vintage Heart got a big yarn haul, I heard. That's pretty awesome. If you guys are yarn crafters, you're going to want to give her a follow because I'm sure she's going to have some shows soon. Or I would imagine she does. It's usually what we do when we grab a big haul of something. I'm really sad that I have to go to the doctor tomorrow because it makes me sad I won't see you. I bet. Did y'all buy out like a collection? It does too. I'm so sorry. I'm just really bad. Listen, the problem is I work all day and then I get off work and I do this all night. Oh no, Leilani, that's crazy. Well, I'll be honest, I've never been really successful at losing weight. And I think that the best advice I would give someone is to push away from the table, eat less, exercise more. Maybe not less, but eat smarter. I've had some really good friends who have helped me along the way to learn that making just a few better choices can really, really change your nutrition and the weight you gain. And honestly, make a decision to be more active and just stick to it. Put a picture of Dr. Nalzardan on your fridge. That'll help. And then every time you go to get in the fridge, he'll be looking at you like, you could have lost 30 pounds this month. And if y'all don't know who Dr. Now is, go watch him. He's awesome. I get it. You know, I struggled a long time to even talk about my weight. But I also had some people in my life who were super inspiring. I have a really good friend who completed an Ironman race, and watching her train and do all that inspired the crap out of me. Hey Barb, how are you? I mean, it just made me like think, man, I can at least go to the gym, like I can at least walk on my treadmill if I can see this person giving everything they've got. I've heard that people have success with that. I've never tried it. It would be hard for me to do being a diabetic. I tend to get pretty shaky if I haven't had something to eat. Oh, I'm not ashamed of how much I weigh. I am. I'm just over here coloring this cute little lammy lamb. I'm not at all ashamed. I've weighed a lot more than this, and there's been a time or two I've weighed less than this. Goodness, my weight's just a part of who I am. Yeah. No, when I weighed the other day, I was at 291, which is a little more because I had lost down to like I'd lost 70 pounds when I first started the Mounjaro and Ozempic. So bless your vintage, you're hilarious. I love you. It don't bother me at all. Like honestly, at all. But I know that some people are bothered. You know what I mean? So like it's just part of it. It's not a big deal to me, but it is to some people. So tis what it is. Jan, I mine were really really bad when I was going to the gym every day. I had spoken with a trainer and he mentioned to me taking magnesium, and man, it made a huge difference in my knees, in particular my knees. It really helped. And then eventually they put me on meloxicam, like prescription or whatever. So that probably makes the biggest difference. But honestly, I think that helped my arms way more than it helped my knees. I don't know. The magnesium really does make a difference, but you do have to buy it from like a a reputable place. I think I used to get mine at Central Market back when I took it regular. After I went on the meloxicam, I just didn't really keep up with the magnesium, but it did help a lot when I first started it. See, listen, y'all. Leilani is smart. She knows the things. And she probably has a TikTok shop item that can help you out. Okay, I'm just keeping it real here. Y'all need to follow her so she can hook you up with all the good things. I don't know if pink was the right color for this little dude, but it sure is cute. Don't you wish you could have like a lamb sheared that had this kind of this color, what is it called, wool, and have a sweater made? I want a sweater this color. Oh, well, Jan, don't put it off. Seriously, don't put it off. What does this say? I want to find some sort of wellness, spiritual Christian based program so I can learn. I can lean into God to help me in those tough times. Well, growing your relationship with Him is part of what we should all be doing. um, and it will make a difference in your ability to commit, I think, and maintain. Now, I am not going to be the person, I will say this: some religious circles have a culture of food and eating that is very toxic to the way that we should view food. It is my opinion, and again, guys, we know opinions can vary and it is not a judgment by any means, but I believe anyone who is experiencing issues with being overweight most likely has an inappropriate relationship with food. Simply meaning that that food is filling a void of some kind in your life. Now, I'm not saying that everybody who's overweight is sick, sad, sorry, and depressed. Okay. No. But I am going to tell you that I think most people view food incorrectly. Food should be used as nutrition. It should be thought of as fuel and what we need to put in our bodies in order to make them work. When we build cultures around food, I think that's when we get into some difficulties. And again, I don't know it all. I'm just telling you, over the years of struggle to lose weight, I feel like these are some of the things that have really kind of held true for me. And I think if you sit down and you examine that, and one great thing, Doxy, is to sit down and kind of come boldly before God and say, hey, God, would you help me see the truth of how I view these things? And is it right or is it wrong? And what do I need to do to correct it? You know what I mean? I think that's a great place to start because God's capable of like changing anything. And if the thing you need, is to address that. So with 4 years when I say God save me. Oh, I have a terrible relationship with food. I have for many years. When I get stressed out, I tend to eat. I will tell you this. One thing that has really helped me is um getting away from sodas, or we call them Coke in Texas. Everything's Coke.
Well, never mind.
What? Are you going to get a Coke?
Yeah.
Well, you can put me one in the fridge for tomorrow. I'm not saying I don't ever drink them anymore, but I addressed the fact that I don't drink them, 30 times a day.
I'll drink one, maybe two a day.
I try not to drink, to overindulge in soda pop.
You might not run to the gas station.
You have a terrible Coke Zero problem, like 3 a day. 3 a day is not terrible, but you're cute. My mom probably does. If she had her way, she'd do 10 to 15 a day. Mom's addicted to Coke, and right now she's on Coke Zero. She's real into that whole Coke Zero vibe. Guys, I hope I'm not boring you all. I just decided to hop on and chat while I wind down for the day and relax. This was probably not the right color for her face, but at this point we're committed, so you know, the great thing about coloring is if you have any little kids in your life, they'll tell you it looks so good no matter what. My nieces tell me every time I color something that it's amazing. Oh, that's pretty, Arisa. Oh, you're awesome, Barb. We love you so much. It's true. Our God is so intentional. He made us so magnificent. Oh, sometimes when I think about all the things that God did when he made us, it just blows my mind. Anybody else ever have those moments where you're just like, the intricacies of the human body alone? Barb's amazing too. Y'all need to make sure and follow her. She's an artist, like a real artist. Okay, real artist. And I say that with loving kindness because I do not consider myself a real artist, but Barb is like for real, for real. She can take a playing card and make it look like a masterpiece. Now, I do appreciate real art. Probably one of my favorite artists is Margaret Keane. I love her big eye paintings. I collect them. They're my favorite. Yes, we're all creative, but you know, sometimes all you need is ashwagandha, probiotic, and parasite cleanse. Holy crap, that sounds painful. That reminds me of my feelings last night. That's probably what I was having. God was giving me a parasite cleanse. I don't know. I'm really a big believer in whatever it is you're struggling with, take it and lay it before God 100%, like at the foot of the cross, guys. Like, if you're struggling with overeating, take it to God, lay it down, and don't pick it back up again. Like, every time you go to pick it back up, say, oops, I forgot I left that with you. But I think that will really help. You know what I mean? Like, look eyes wide open if you can. So is it a painting? Have y'all seen mine? I took some of y'all on a tour one night. Y'all want to see them? I'll take you and show you. Because I finished my cute little bunny. Since we have like real artists here. Let me fix these little black marks. There was another one somewhere right there. Oh, look at your issue. Oh, hey, Becky, they are Agadega. Hold on, I'll show you the whole thing. I'm not a real artist. I'm a fake artist. It looks like this. I got that one from, oh, I don't know. I can't remember if it was Shein or Tamu, but I got that one from there. Do y'all want to see these paintings? I'll take y'all and show you. And then I have some Sharpies and I have some Papermates. Okay. Y'all don't look at how messy my house is, okay? No judging. We listen and we don't judge. There's inventory all over my house. So, okay, here's one of them. She's gorgeous. This is like my big one, and I love her. Oh, yeah. And then I have a Geely that is an Andy knockoff. I love the Andy. Like, hello. I mean, why? Who wouldn't love Andy, right? Like, hold on, I gotta turn this light on so you guys can see. This one, my Aunt Patsy made me, which I love. And then I have this one, which is a knockoff Keen. It's not Keen. It's by a different person. She's an artist, and her name is Margaret Kane, not Keen, but she's amazing. And so I have that. I was gifted that by a wonderful friend who loves me very much. And I went to a yard sale and got an exact duplicate. So now I will will those down to my niece. And then that's my other Margaret King. No, he actually wanted me, he actually only wanted, I'll show you all these over here too. He actually only wanted me to pay $5, and I was like, no, it's worth way more than that, sir. So I paid him more. That one I just bought at a sale. This one I got in an estate sale, and it was it's signed by the artist on the back, but I don't remember who. And then that one is one my mom did, and that one my Aunt Patsy did. And then I have, this is all inventory. Don't look, guys. I'm telling you, it's really dirty. This is a cross stitch that my mother-in-law did for me. Yeah, oh, I agree 100%. This actually I got from a Whatnot seller. That's K Fabric. And it was made into a clock. Her name is Bubby. She I haven't seen her on in a long time. I hope she's okay. But yeah, Bubby did my clocks. So, now that y'all have had the official tour of my house that's about to not be my house anymore. Well, in 90 days, it won't be my house. Look at my cute little lamb. She came out adorable, didn't she? Oh, I'm just moving. We're buying a house. Yeah, we're buying a house. I did these earlier. Y'all, seriously, I color way too much. My life has turned into one big coloring book. But I get these out and I get to color and bead and do all the things, and it's a lot of fun. And now I'm going to start making some junk journal stuff like tags so that I can sell these to you guys. Well, Mom and I are going to. She's going to do the hot glue. Because y'all know I don't do hot glue. Yeah, no, it is. It is, right? Like the only thing I'm really paying for is my paper. And I buy that in bulk, so it works out, Like, what ams? Oh, I didn't finish this bunny. I guess I'll finish this right quick. Yeah, and the printer. The printer's brand new. Dragon Hoarder Train? Okay, I will. Also, guys, if you haven't been in my jewelry shows lately, I'm offering new studs. So these are post-back studs, and you can get them with all sorts of things on them because I have lots of different cabochons. So this is just an example. And these are $3 a pair, just so you know. Yeah, I will definitely do a train. I got it on the Junk Journal Jamboree, and I'm going to do it. I was kind of excited about that. I'm not really sure, though. I mean, I'm not a junk journaler, but I mean, I have junk and I have journals. Just see what I did there? It's pretty funny, isn't it? Man, it's hot in my house tonight. Texas is so bipolar. This weather is so dumb. I'm so tired of it. So we got a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, beautiful home. So excited. And it's brand new. No one will have ever lived in it before. I am, Barb. I'm actually in Sulphur Springs, and I am moving to Lake Fork, like Quitman area. Oh, you're in Canton? Or you're saying I could go to Canton? You know, Barb, they're kind of expensive. The estate sales are better. And the area that I'm in is like quilt country. I mean, it is quilt country. But anyone who wants to go to Canton, you can come down and I will go with you. Completely. Totally. We'll go with you. What is that?
I hit the alarm button on the. You're talking about what he has?
Uh-huh. It better not be.
He's going to give you a test.
Oh my God. Well, we're moving to Lake Fork, which our address will be Quitman. We're moving to a community out there. Yes, absolutely it is. You'll have to visit. That's disgusting. Nope. Blech. That is worse than cough syrup. What is that?
Bacon soda.
Gross. Gross. Can someone bring me my Coke? Because I can't do that.
Oh, I can't even drink it. It smells like plaster of Paris.
My son just brought in here some soda that's supposed to be bacon flavored. Oh, that is so disgusting. It's bad, y'all. Like, bad, bad. Matt. Don't curse. Good Lord. Sorry, guys. Your potty mouth is awful.
I'm sorry. That was really bad. Tasted like shoe leather.
He brought it in here like, woohoo, he's so excited. And it's in sort of a strange bottle. And I was like, what does he have? Hey, Gia, how are you? Excuse me, guys. I had to get a little drink there. Get that nasty stuff out of my mouth. I was watching this chick on TikTok the other night, Color, And she's like doing all, good night, sweetheart. I sure will. She was doing like all completely acceptable natural colors. And I'm like, what is the fun in that? No way, Jose.
This is gonna be a bad day.
No, and look at this, y'all. This is what my child had me drink. Just know, note to self, never.
Should have got the bazooka one. Yeah, pickle, that one, bazooka.
Pickle is gross. The idea of pickle.
Mm-hmm.
No, Janet, it's horrible. It was awful. He'll probably make you drink the ranch one day. Leilani said her son would probably make her drink the ranch one day. No, ugh. Oh shoot.
It's like drinking those. What's that stuff I got that one time that you said y'all used to drink when y'all were little?
What?
Koya or something.
What?
It's like cheap soda, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Oh, Faygo. My husband's like, oh, look at this new soda. And it's like the Faygo Faygo brand. I'm like, that is poor people soda. We drank that when we was little. Them is the cheap sodas that were $1. Okay. And my husband's like, oh, this is cool. I'm like, Matt. Like Shasta. Shasta was cheap.
Shasta is good.
But it was cheap. That was cheap. Cheap soda was Shasta.
I had never heard of Shasta until I went to the hospital. And they had little mini cans, and I
mini
used to drink them.
Oh, that's hilarious. What were some of the things that, you know what I really loved was crystal clear Pepsi when I was young.
I drank RC Cola a lot when I was little.
RC's good.
Surge. We drank Surge when we were kids.
Oh yeah. Clearly Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the bomb. You were cool if you had Clearly Canadians.
Now you have to go to World Market to get them.
Yeah, if you can get them there. Tab, yes.
I think I've had that.
I can remember Tab. I think Tab tastes very much like Mr. Pibb, and I love Mr. Pibb.
I used to take, in my lunch when I was in grade school, I used to take Yoo-Hoo.
Aww. How cute you got to take a lunch. I was just hoping somebody filled out my application for free lunches. Oh, Lord Jesus. We grew up so different, y'all. These people are going to be like, we are never coming to this show again.
I used to think Yoo-Hoo was like chocolate milk. And now it's just, yeah. That's what I was thinking to say. I used to
chocolate and water.
Whenever I was a kid, I used to think that was the only kind of chocolate milk you could get. And then I realized you can just mix some water and chocolate syrup together and make it work. Now they have it in glass bottles. I was like, man, that's awesome. I think when I used to drink it, it came in one of those Capri Sun deals. And
it was a milk carton.
Was it?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Have y'all seen those videos where they reveal what's in those Capri Sun things? That is so freaky scary.
Let's see how I'm thinking of. Oh, did y'all ever have those hard plastic milks that you poke the straw in the bag?
Yeah, in the cafeteria, those were good.
Yeah.
When I was younger, we were poor. When I was a teen, my family had money. It was so different seeing that. You know, we were really poor. I don't know if we knew how poor we were. But I can look back and see that
It's kind of interesting how it's like a whole different spectrum of when we talk about things we did when growing up.
right, Becky. Like, I think we kind of thought it was normal to eat ketchup sandwiches. Like, oh yeah, all kids eat ketchup sandwiches. No, not so much.
Like it's a whole, to me, it's a whole different spectrum on
What do you
my
mean?
end because we never knew.
That y'all were rich?
Yeah, we never knew it. But I always knew that, like,
But you thought it was normal to have a maid.
well, it was in the community I was in.
That's insane to me.
Where I went to school, all the kids had,
What did y'all call them? Maids?
maids.
Jesus H. Christ, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine what that life is like, y'all. He did. He had a maid.
I mean, my mom and
Your
dad
son,
didn't,
won't you?
but my grandparents did. Like we lived a pretty, I don't know, normal life.
I never did that before. Oh, fried bologna, baby. I love fried bologna. I still make fried bologna. Listen, fried bologna is life, okay? One of the last things I cooked for my father before he died was fried bologna. Before he died from a heart attack. That's probably, starting to think of it. Maybe fried bologna is not a good idea. I'm sitting here like the last thing I made my dad. Oh, Jesus. Late nights with Broken. You'll never be the same. Broken and Met. Oh, we did a lot of like hot dogs. Your maid never shows up. Mine either, really, Lonnie. Mine either, girl. We did a lot of hot dogs. This bunny needs to go to the dentist. Oh, man. Hot dogs and plastic eggs, like the ones that were not like legit eggs. So stupid. I won't eat them now because I have a good friend that turned me on to organic only. And I haven't eaten a non-organic egg in a while. But I guess if that makes me bougie, then I'm bougie because I'm not trying to eat that. Leilani asked, did you go to private school?
I did.
Yeah.
I went to private school from the time I was.
For a while, you did.
My mom married a guy in the Army or the Air Force.
Okay, guys, I'm going to go grab my diamond painting because I want to work on it for a little bit.
Private Catholic school.
If anybody's interested in a diamond painting, I can show you what I have. But I'm fixing to grab mine to work on for a little while before I go to bed. I had an egg salad sandwich, but it wasn't organic. Oh.
Yeah, I went to it was a Catholic private school off of a Catholic church. I always got in trouble for wearing the wrong pants.
Yeah. He went to Catholic school for a while, but then eventually he went back to public because he showed some very well. I mean, he was an athlete, You went to private Catholic all the way. So, did you grow up Catholic? Was your religion? I mean, if it's okay for me to ask you that, I don't want to be rude, but
I was Baptist. We just had that was the only private school in town.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty common in Texas, though, right?
Yeah.
Most
Catholic churches in Texas have a private school connected to it.
Gross.
Yeah.
So disgusting.
So weird.
My diamond painting's coming along, y'all. So, who among us has not ever diamond painted? Yeah, that's how you were raised. Yeah, see, I don't do that whole thing where I say, "Oh, that religion is wrong." That's just not who I am. Because I grew up in a cult as far as religion is concerned.
So my grandpa, speaking of religion, one of the reasons why I don't, there is no judgment on religion is because my grandpa was a social worker, and he was like, he would go from like boys home to boys home or child whatever.
Yeah.
And he, whatever school or something,
organization
he was at, he was the president, like the, what's it called, a superintendent.
Yeah.
And so what he would
he was just he would adapt, like convert to that religion.
And he'd say, well, one year I was this religion, and the next year I was this religion.
But he worked for a Baptist children's home, and then he got an opportunity to buy a Presbyterian children's home. So he would just convert to whatever it was that he was like business wise. But in your family, religion was more like a business transaction, a place where you networked, and it was not for relationship with God.
No, we went to First Baptist Church, the biggest church in town, and it was because my grandpa was a deacon,
and he was a deacon because he was a business owner.
Yeah.
So it was more about societal.
Yeah. He also owned the biggest business in town, so it was like he had to be.
Right.
Well, there's Marty.
Well, hi, Marty Robin.
What's your life story? Tell us your life. Tell us about your life.
Miss Marty, what are you doing tonight? Are you getting your diamond painting out and kitting it up?
Everybody's learning about my life, how I was privileged.
Well, I don't think you grew up like understanding that you were from a wealthy family.
No, it was just normal.
It was right. It was, and you just thought, well, my parents have a job and they work like other people's parents, right?
Yeah. But my grandpa owned 2 psychiatric hospitals.
Right.
So it was not like...
And my mom was in psychiatric hospital. I'm just kidding.
She was in the hospital that my grandpa owned at one time.
When it was an adult facility?
Yes. We found that out in later days.
I mean...
Andy Griffith. I didn't know that was still on TV. My grandma used to watch Andy Griffith.
I cannot believe you're not diamond painting, Marty.
I can't believe you're not out running the streets or something.
On a hot date.
You're not doing donuts in the parking lot down at the local Kmart? My dad did that with me when I was a teenager.
Huh. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm. Or Laverne and Shirley.
Matt and I watch YouTube when we lie down. Like, we have an iPad and we put it between us and watch YouTube. We have quite a few YouTubers. I'll be honest, some of the best YouTube that I like are, this is going to sound horrible, they're camping YouTube channels. Like, most of them are from Korea. It's like a big culture over there to go camping. Anyway, they do like their whole setup, and you get to watch them set it up, and they show you what they cook, and there's subtitles in English, so that's
and they do like
cool.
Little tables, little couches, little...
Yeah.
But
like,
they do it for like one night.
One day.
One night, and then they get up the next morning and they put it all back together and get in their car and leave.
I'll send you one, Marty. I'll send you a link to our favorite one. Our one that we really like, she has a little dog, and we don't know how to say its name in English, but we call it Boohong because that's how it's spelled. And that little dog is so stinking adorable. She's like a Shih Tzu, and I mean, we watched JoJo Camp literally to see how the dog's doing.
And y'all know Risa kind of makes fun of me a lot because I can't read real fast, so I just watch it.
Yeah, Matt never knows what she's saying.
I can't read the subtitles fast enough.
I'll be like, "Oh, that's so cool." He'll be like, "What is it?"
Or I'm half asleep and I forget, and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, Matt. Well, I do it too, though. Some nights I'm like,
I tell you what,
done. Let me put these diamond paintings in the bin, guys, so y'all can. If y'all are interested, you can grab you one.
Marty, we did a thing today. Did you tell her?
No, I haven't really told anyone. Just that we found a house.
I'm excited. We're ordering our house on Monday.
Yep.
And it'll be ready by June.
I'm so excited. It's hard to imagine that you order a house. And guys, I think we might make a YouTube video because we get to go to the factory and watch it like during the process and see it being made. So we might go take a video for our YouTube channel. I think that would be a cool thing to do, don't y'all? Like, that's something I would watch.
Yes, we got the land too.
Yep. It is not modular, it's manufactured. So there's a slight difference, but yes. It's we're getting a Clayton home from Clayton Homes.
I asked him what the difference was between a modular and a manufactured, and he said the manufactured home is built in the factory and they build it and bring it to you. The modular home is something that they prefab in the factory, but they bring it to the site and build it.
Yeah, they finish it out on site. And he said, well, we're very blessed to be able to do this. Let me say that first. Let me say that there is a plan for our retirement that was set aside by that wonderful grandfather and my father-in-law, and we are pulling money from what will be our retirement, and then we're going to pay it back to our retirement fund because we're not in a position to be able to just purchase it. Because we've made bad choices along the way financially, he and I have, but we are working hard at being better. So anyway, it's really a blessing that we're able to do it at all. And we're super excited about the process. I walked in this home and I have to tell you, I just fell in love. Like the aesthetic of the home is very, it's very black, white, and gray, which I love because it feels modern. But there was like faux shiplap on the walls in my bathroom, and I'm like, I love it. I'm like, what? Who is this? I don't like shiplap. I felt like a crazy person.
It's behind the stove and the hood and everything. She was like, I love it.
I love it because I'm not country. No, at all. No country for this girl.
Now we're going to have 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms.
That's amazing. The 3 bathrooms is amazing. So now what I need to know, well, I guess Tracy will be the first one, but who is going to be the one to come and visit us first? That's what I need to know. It better be Miss Marty and the puppers.
They're not going to get to visit in our house, though.
Who?
Tracy and Greg.
Oh, well, if they might.
Well, they might come back.
Yeah.
They're supposed to come in April.
I know, except my accent. I know. Guys, I put those diamond paintings in the bin. Girl, you better come on. We are so ready. And don't you even think about coming without Bama and Bays. Nope. Because they are part of the family, honey. Do you travel with them, Marty? Or do they mostly stay home if you travel? Whoops.
They have a hookup. Our
Becky, come on. You are welcome anytime, my friend.
There's condos on our land is like a community. So they have like a clubhouse and a swimming pool and a hot tub.
Can I get a hot tub?
And they have a lodge.
Oh, that's cool.
and they have condos.
Huh.
So,
that's really neat.
and it's on one of the biggest lakes in Texas, I think.
Bass Lake at that.
And it's a Bassmaster Lake. They do the Bassmaster Classic there every year, and all kinds of stuff.
So if you got a man who likes to fish, it's a good place.
I'm a recreational fisherman, I guess.
Oh, at the very best. Yeah. It's a lot, right? Like, it's a lot. I can't even imagine traveling, you know what I'm saying, with one animal, much less 3. That would be insane. Man, your stoma is noisy tonight.
Yeah, I have a leak.
Huh.
Oh, they have Jan has a toy hauler.
What?
That's what I'm talking about.
Jan, we're going to need you to load up some toys, as in 4-wheelers or whatever. And come on. Y'all, if y'all hear that noise, that is Matt and his belly, not me. Okay. Bama does great. Patty Ann Wood. She's content. Well, there you go. There you go. I think it's only
It's only 8 hours from here
to Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
7 is E.
I remember going to Alabama and being like, I can't remember what, or it was like Tallahassee, Florida, and I was like, I was going to Orlando for a job, and I drove from Dallas to Orlando, and I got to the border of Alabama and Florida, and I was like, well, I'm here. And then I looked at my phone, and it was like another 8.5 hours or something.
Guys, I'm just hanging out. I've been coloring. Now I'm doing a diamond painting. If you're just hopping in, there's some diamond paintings for sale in my bin. You should grab yourself one because this is the best activity ever. And if you've never tried it, I mean, what are you really doing with your life?
Oh, they have motorcycles.
Oh, hey. Like real ones? Yeah. Oh, Goldwing.
We have motorcycles that we are in process of making a trike. That's cool.
That's awesome. Matt's parents ride.
My dad's a Harley guy.
Oh, yes, he is. My father-in-law owns a Harley. Mine. Marty, when are you designing those? Because you know I'll buy some.
My dad raced dirt motocross for when I was a kid until I was about 5 or 6. He still was living his younger life.
What is going on with your belly tonight? It's something, isn't it?
I had pork for dinner. It's not like I ate anything wild.
I know they have keychains, Marty, that you can buy to do. That sounds awful.
I have a chapped butt.
You need some Beano.
Maybe it's because I'm not wearing anything. I put a new bag on.
No, it's just it's when you have an ostomy, the gassy sounds are just louder because it's on your belly and not, you're not concealing a toot. And there's no control. Like the person who has it, he can't make it not do something or make it do something. There's nothing like that.
So I have a funny when I first got this what was it? How long has it been? 3 years?
October of 21?
22.
22.
So we were hard and heavy in a church back then, Risa was the women's pastor, and I was in production, so we had a good relationship with the pastor and the worship leader and everything. And the pastor was from Louisiana, and his brother was a farrier, and he had to have a
colonoscopy or colostomy.
Colostomy. So he kind of knew what was going on when I told him I had to go in for surgery, and he kept in real good contact with me. And I had surgery, and I was in the hospital for about 4 days. And then I went to church like the next Sunday when I got out of the hospital, and he was like, "Holy, I can't believe you're here! I got tubes hanging out of me and drains and all stuff." And the first thing he asked me was, "Has it farted yet?" He's like, "That is the coolest thing ever." My brother-in-law had one for, I don't know if it was temporary, but he said, "Has it farted yet?" And I said, "No, it hasn't. I've only been out of the hospital for 3 days, 3 or 4 days. Not really even eating food at this point." And the very first time it does that is in the middle of him doing his sermon,
which is hilarious in and of itself.
And we sat on the second row, and he looked at me and just busted out laughing on
He's
stage.
in the middle of his sermon, and he hears it, because Matt's like, "No, I've not noticed that it, made any noise." And it's like one of those moments where he's taking a breath so you can hear everything, and that thing lets it rip, Tater Chip. And it is like, Jake was dying. He was barely able to keep it together on the pulpit. He's just like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh," and he's just cracking up.
I don't know how many people.
Oh, there was easily probably
400 or 500 people.
Yeah,
in our
each
church.
service. And what's funny is we sat second row every time. The very first time we went, we sat in the second row. That's just me. Mm-hmm. When I go to a new church, I sit right up at the front, like, "Hello, I'm here."
But that's not funny.
It was pretty hilarious.
First rattle out of the box. Is it louder than a regular fart?
It sounds pretty much the same, but yeah. I would say that it's just unencumbered. I feel like most people, when they pass gas, make an effort not to be loud unless they're being obnoxious, right? Like, and this just, there is no control.
It does it on.
It's on its own. So there's just no.
And not to be weird or anything, but it's on, like, my stoma is put up a little higher because of my arm being the way it is. So it kind of rumbles my tummy a little bit, and it feels kind of, I don't want to say it feels good, but it feels
weird.
It has a weird sensation.
Because the actual stoma is made from small intestine, and it has no feeling in it. Yes, Marty, they do. They have diamond painting earrings. They're like, "Can we please stop talking about this and talk about something else?" Yes, we can.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, there are diamond painting earrings. There are sun catchers. I actually have a lot that I don't have listed. I have some that are already on canvas. I've seen the earrings. They're pretty cool. Good night, Leilani. Good night.
Be like, "See you later."
She's just tired.
Yeah.
Everybody tired. She's like, "I'm going to bed."
Dang, it's 12 o'clock.
It's midnight.
The other night, I was watching something on TV, and I think it was like 10:30 or so. That's about the time we usually kind of wind it down.
Right.
On days we're working. And I was like, "Well, surely," and whatever I was watching went off, and I turned on YouTube and was watching. I like to watch these shows where people buy shoes, and they're celebrities, and they show you how much money they spend on shoes. And I was watching them, and I watched like 4 or 5 of them, and I don't pay attention, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and Risa's still in here doing something. And
I was online with them. I think I was online with you guys.
I was like, "Man, we gotta go to bed.
It was Sunday night too, because I worked on Monday.
Yeah.
We were up late.
We got about 3 hours of sleep. Got up and did it the next day.
Oh, yeah. She can't. Oh, I'm so glad you're able to get her fixed.
Oh, is that the surgery?
Yeah.
Oh.
She needs it, though, because it's just torment for her and Bama. Poor guy. He was miserable the whole time she was in heat. Man, that pork loin was so delicious.
It was. I think there's still quite a bit left.
Good. We need to put it up. Huh?
That's Matthew. He said he ate, so I don't know what. I don't know what's left.
Yeah. Once the kiddo eats. Oh, I do not look forward to packing. Yeah.
Well, your mom gets out of school in May, so it should be good.
Right. She'll probably pick the time we're moving to go to Billy's.
No, I told her she had to help. So if you want to live in our house, you have to.
Stop it, you did not.
Actually, I told her when we were getting out of the
Miss
car.
Becky, if you're still here, when are y'all moving out of Alaska? I feel like that would be such an undertaking. How long does it take to drive from Alaska to like
the Continental?
Yeah.
She said I'm leaving in July.
Oh, you are? So the hubs will finish out without you there?
He probably is. He retiring from the military?
Well, if it's the military, don't they do like a pack out and stuff?
Oh, she's seen.
Oh! I thought it was you. I thought your husband was retiring. Good Lord, sorry. So you're retiring and moving.
Oh, she said that was my dad.
Okay. Well, cool.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Congrats. So what are you retiring from? Can I ask that? I never know if my questions are all out of bounds. Like, I'm sorry if they are, guys.
We're two of the most open people.
We just kind of say whatever. There's so many women engineers on Whatnot.
Yeah.
It's really cool to me, but it's also crazy. IBEW. What is that?
I don't know.
International Belt Equine Wrestling. I'm going with that. Becky's like, y'all are idiots.
What does that stand for?
At least we don't say, "Oh, cool," when we don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued about things, so I'm like, what is that? What is that?
She's like, well, I was trying not to have to type it, obviously.
I know, it's probably something huge. Maybe she brews like Ewok water or something. Oh, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers.
Becky, you are awesome. Look at that. That is cool. So you're in a union. Is that like a union?
But she works in an office.
So she's still providing the world with electricity.
She probably did.
And she's in a brotherhood.
Yeah. She's like an international spy, I bet.
That's it right there. She spies on other countries' electrical lines, and then she brings their technology back to us. What do you think? Yep. That's what I think.
That's why we have lower electric bills in
Russia. That's why we have windmills now. Becky helped out. Y'all, we're retarded, okay? And if that word offends you, I'm sorry, because I'm not woke enough.
My mom used to say, "Do not say that word. They learn more slowly than others."
No, that's not an accurate description of the people your mother helps. Those poor people.
They were at Walmart the other day.
Here?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know there was a place here.
Home here. I didn't know that.
Huh.
Well, they scare me.
They don't scare me. Good Lord, they're just people.
You'd think I would. She's in billing. I'm billing and helping project managers.
Becky, I'm telling you, you're solely responsible for all the good things in the earth. I just know it. I can feel it strongly.
That's awesome.
That's really cool, though, that you're
really
retiring.
Neat to know what other people do, because you don't like. I feel like
on here we don't know.
I feel like you never know what other people do for a living. Like, there's so many things in the world to do. She's been there for 23 years, she said.
Holy moly. Wow.
That's awesome.
Congratulations. What an accomplishment. That's like Tracy. She just retired, too.
But she worked for, I don't know if I'm supposed to say.
She was an engineer.
Yeah.
She's a smarty pants.
Scary. She said scary, too.
To retire? I bet.
Yeah, I remember my grandpa retired. I was a teenager. I can't remember what year. I think he was like 76 or 78. And the very next summer after he retired, he got a stomach ulcer because he didn't know what to do. He was in the hospital for like 3 or 4 days because he was like,
well, it can be stressful, you know. Like, I think I will struggle. I work so much. Because if I'm not at my day job, I'm doing something, like crafting something to sell. I mean, I'm rarely doing nothing.
I rarely do something.
Aw. Well, it's for her safety, though. What are you going to do if you take her in tomorrow and they tell you she's going to have babies? I guess I'm getting a puppy. What? Oh, jeez.
That's hilarious. We can have a dog now.
I know.
I don't know if I want a dog, but
I think we crafters are naturally. You know, broke girl, I agree. I think we just have that about us, that it's like in our nature. Because Matt's always like, why don't you just sit down and watch TV? I'm like, well, because I can make something and sell it. I'm like, if I'm going to sit down, I'm going to make some jewelry, or I'm going to, whatever. Oh, Marty, were you here when I made the necklace earlier?
that thing.
Isn't it gorgeous? Hi, Spiel. You get a puppy, you get a puppy, you get a puppy. Exactly. Like, he just doesn't understand why I don't just do nothing. Isn't that pretty? Spill, I'm so glad you're here. I need to show you something. So I went to Goodwill this weekend. All good stories start out with that, right? Thank you, broke girl. I made that earlier on live. I had a customer request it. Huh?
I wish you didn't go say, I went to Goodwill and bought some wicker baskets.
No, I went to Goodwill and I grabbed this necklace. I'm going to lay it right here so you can see it. I grabbed up this necklace. It's 30 inches. And I thought, well, I can harvest this. This is real easy because these big black beads, oh, I can use that. No problem. Well, then I get it home and I think, I better just have a look at it with my loupe. Just be sure. No, it's not glass, it's acrylic, but it's on 14 karat gold plated. And it retails on eBay for $30, this one strand. And mine came with two. I just thought I would harvest the beads. So now, I guess, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to put this in the bin. I mean, I was shocked, y'all, because when we realized it said it was 14 karat gold, I was like, well, I guess we should Google search it. So Mom Google searches it, and she's like, Risa, this thing's worth money. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, it's a $30 necklace on eBay. I'm like, oh my God.
Did you test it?
I don't have a way to test it. I might just mail it to you. Maybe I'll just send it to you. You're going to be able to sell it before I would anyway. And I'm not, at first, I was going to get into it, y'all. Like, I was going to do the whole vintage costume thing. Like, I had my mindset. I was out looking for, Miriam Haskell and all the people that I've learned, Trifari. And then I decided, no, I'm not. I'm going to make me some pretty glass beaded necklaces and bracelets that I can sell for cheap. I sell those necklaces for $20. I mean, that's nothing. You know what I mean? Because there's more than $20 beads on it. But it lets me buy more beads. I always just give good stuff to my besties because,
We're in the business of giving.
Well, we are very generous. We do try to be. But so are Sean and Spill. They are extremely generous and have been with us. So it's nothing for me to be generous back in any, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, Zayden's video was amazing, by the way.
Oh, of the moon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that. That was cool.
It was awesome.
She didn't come to the dark side. We have cookies.
Oh, I know. I have a sign that says that. Okay. I got to tell y'all something. And y'all, we got to chat it out. I got to spill some tea. I have a cousin. This cousin of mine is 50 years old or close. Okay. Because my brother's almost 50. And I think he's a little older than my brother. He is on TikTok wearing a Darth Vader mask, doing TikTok lives, trying to get people to join his Sith empire. Can I just tell y'all that I go in there and I don't know what to say. It's really, well, if you need him to come visit for a little bit, if you need a break, we'll babysit.
Does he play golf?
Does he play golf? I do not understand how these people make all this money on TikTok doing ridiculous stuff.
We'll trade you for that necklace.
We'll trade you the necklace for Sean.
Even trade.
She's like, you need to pay me.
Mm-hmm.
How have your shows been going, Amy? My last 4 shows have been in the negative.
We need a link to your cousin, LOL. Broke girl says.
You know what? I'll send it. I'll send you a message if I can find it. I just was really shocked at What? I mean, he just sits there in a mask. Yes, Marty. Like, people go in there and he's like, welcome to my dark empire. And I'll go in and he'll say, hello, broken by design. Cousin, how are you? I'm just like, what's wrong with you? Have you lost your mind?
I heard Matthew say the other day that he broke the first rule of the Sith.
What?
I don't remember. I heard him say it. I was like,
yeah, but our son has a legitimate reason. He's autistic.
I know.
He's supposed to be into that stuff.
I was like, what in the heck does that mean?
I mean, like, eclectic interest is normal for our child. I don't know. Like, it just kind of blows my mind that he's... I don't know. It just... And listen, that's not the dumbest thing I've seen.
Oh,
boy, do they. Hey, girl, let's just give up on all this nonsense. Make TikToks. 2 girls finding Jesus. Hey, I am down, baby. We will walk around and just eat ice cream. Listen, you're right, but broke girl. I'm for it.
Can I be part of this ice cream eating clan?
Yeah. Matt's like, only if I get to eat ice cream.
I'll be Darth Vader.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Well, I get a French silk pie blizzard.
That's Matt's new Dairy Queen crave. Do y'all live where there's a Dairy Queen?
Wait a minute. I thought that was Marty that said that.
It was Spill.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just be like a club.
A club.
I'll build the fort.
See, that's what I'm talking about, right? Like, Dairy Queen blizzards. That is what's up. Well, come on, Marty. We ain't leaving you out. Dadgummit.
Matthew's in there singing a song.
Spill, my buddy, she was my coworker. Now she has a different job. She got a yarn haul, a huge one. Oh, by the way, Amy, have you seen the video of the woman?
I think I have.
Yes. When are you coming back to Fabric? I'd like to know. Asking for a friend.
Can we get some fabric? Asking for a friend?
Shut up. No. I don't want any fabric.
Spring. It is spring.
Spring has sprung, baby.
Spring break was last week.
For Mom, it's this coming week for Mariel.
Oh. Well, Billy and him didn't until April.
Well, that's weird. They're in California. That's why. My nephew was so cute tonight, guys. He hit that RBI and brought that run in. Oh, I was so proud. He's not a bad little baller. Mm-mm. Good night, Jan. Oh, that's messed up. They should sell. I don't know why they wouldn't. That's crazy. Every time I run a Joann's Fabric now, Spill, I say, the soon to be out of print Joann's. Right? I was proud. This auntie was proud. Oh my God, I'm never going to get all these grays on here.
We had our children's pastor had a son that was quite a bit younger. I don't know. He's in high school now. Isn't he like a sophomore?
Yeah.
And he was on one of the Little League World Series teams.
Yeah.
COVID year. They went to Little League World Series and had no fans or nothing. But so we followed that. We followed him all the way from when he was a young.
Hitting off a tee.
Young kid. So it was fun to watch.
Again. Yeah. Matt's big. Well, all of Matt's family's into sports, but Matt's big into baseball.
We're going to Boston.
Yeah, gonna go see Fenway.
In April.
And May. Cheers.
In May, we're going to a Ranger game in Boston. a Texas Ranger game in Boston.
So fun. We're not gonna have moved yet.
No.
Oh my god, that's gonna be so weird.
Why?
Then wave, yeah. Good night, sweetheart. Love ya. That's bad when the crowd starts going to bed.
Oh, guess it's time to go to bed.
Well, I'm trying to finish this little section here.
That's all right. I'm not in a hurry. We're sleeping in tomorrow.
Yeah, for a little bit, because I have a doctor appointment, but it's all good.
I get the burps. I'm sorry. All kinds of bodily functions going on.
Marty, when are you having a show again? Well, I got to show Marty these prints. I don't think she saw them. Did you see the printed paper, Marty, that I did for junk journals? Awesome. I'm going to have a fabric show. Only the first one. Let me show you. So I did these 2 tags on the printer tonight. That printer is amazing. I know, and that's nothing. Just wait. All those. Oh, this one. Amazing. Fold like pockets. A gothic girl journal.
Looks like Johnny Depp when he played that Indian.
You can see the hair on the body of that. That's how detailed it is. I'm telling you, it's insane. And then I have all these little whimsical girls that I printed the other night. Yeah, they do look like big eyes. But it'll make a beautiful journal. You know?
They're on the cardstock, right?
Yeah, those are. Mm-hmm. And then I did print this one tonight, too. Like vintage advertisements. This one, some of them are on regular and some of them are on cardstock. So, Mom and I will like dress them up, you know, and fix it up where it has like with this one, I'll put it together with like lace and probably a piece of fabric or whatever that goes with it, and then sell it all as a kit. Oh, my nose is itching. That means somebody's coming to see us.
I think next week somebody's coming to see us.
Who?
My dad.
Oh, yeah. Those are the best kind of visitors. When
you like them when they come here.
When they bring things like they're bringing.
No.
Yeah, Mom and I are going to like put it all together and sell them as kits, I hope. I need to place a diamond painting order. Those are easy to store. And they do sell well. I just haven't placed an order in a while. Oh, that's awesome, Marty. Congratulations. That is so cool.
Just make sure you tell them you want $100 a week.
Shut your mouth. That is really cool, Marty. So well deserved. Don't be nervous. You'll be great.
come be your sound tech.
Matt can make anybody sound like $1,000,000. He used to make me sound amazing, and I don't sing that well, so.
They have to pay me a lot more than $100, so.
You've never played and sang? You should. You can do it. Gotcha. I don't play, so I can't relate to that level, but I've sang with one of the best, so.
That'll be fun too. It's youth.
Mm-hmm. How many do y'all have?
I only have 9.
That's pretty good, though.
Yeah. A few years ago, we tried to help a guy, and we were at some nights we were the only people there.
Yeah.
Like our family, the 4 of us. So 9 people's
pretty amazing. Right. It can grow pretty rapidly. Well, you can get swelling.
Right.
True growth takes time, but swelling will happen, especially with kids, because if it's cool and fun, more kids will come. I would just say stay as current as you can, because it will make a huge difference to the kids to be to hear songs that, you know, resonate with them. There's so much variety now in Christian music compared to when we were young. Like we had DC Talk, and that was it when it came to like rap. And now there are like tons of Christian rappers.
Some of them were.
Absolutely. You have to do something, you know, just put your finger on the pulse of what's happening. Like Air One is a wonderful resource because they're playing really current things. You know what I mean? Like Maverick City Music, wonderful place to follow. MDSM, which is Macy Binion, she's wonderful.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is it primarily like a country area? Because you may find that they like more of the
Elevation and Brandon Lake, she said.
Elevation. Yeah. Listen, I love everything about Elevation. Chris Brown is a genius. I mean, a complete genius.
Brandon Lake and Phil Wickham are going to be here
in Dallas.
Yeah, I think they're coming to Fort Worth again.
Tell your dad we want to go to that.
I don't know.
I don't know about. I'm not crazy about Phil Wickham, but Brandon Lake is a mastermind. He's just amazing.
They were in like, I seen something. I never realized it, that they were even kind of in the same path, but they were like, one of them discovered the other or something. I can't remember.
Brandon and Phil?
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine Phil discovered Brandon.
They were like growing up.
Yeah. I like the one, I can't remember what. All thrones and dominions, all powers and positions, your name. Name above them all, maybe? I don't know. Da, 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 da. And the angels cry, holy. All creation cries, holy. It's a great song. You even got a lot of mainstream artists now offering Christian music.
Well, yeah.
Jelly Roll.
Brandon Lake and Jelly Roll are doing a collab.
Mm-hmm.
Jelly Roll said he wanted to. He wasn't there. He said, "I'm probably not there yet," but he says he feels the call to ministry.
Even Post Malone has done some crossover, which is great. Oh yes. That's a good one. My son loves Brandon Lake. Mm-hmm. And he comes in here and tells me ones to listen to all the time. Yeah, it's very Maddie's his walk with God is impressive.
For 21 years old.
It's amazing where he's at in his relationship with God. I'm very proud of him and the choices he's made. And
better than me. At 21.
Yeah, you had a kid.
I had a 3-year-old.
That's insane. I was pregnant at 21 with Maddie. Well, yeah, it's a different, I don't know. Worship is different than when we were young. What the kids are into is good music. And I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, you should never listen to secular music. Like I'm not bougie like that. Like I listen to a little bit of everything, but I do believe that if you're struggling through things, you have to keep it, you have to keep it to a minimum. Or it can be an influence if you allow it. Man, that wind sounds so crazy out there.
Man, I should have got a candy bar. See, I can't even hold my phone. I should have had some chocolate.
Was it cold out when y'all went out?
Oh.
Absolutely. They're bringing them back, And then you have magnificent masterpieces like Waymaker. that happen.
No, it's supposed to be chilly tomorrow.
Is it?
68.
Huh.
I mean, that's not chilly, but
It's not like grab a bowl.
then it's supposed to be back up to 80 on Friday and Saturday.
Of course it is. It's Texas.
I'm not quite out of the schizophrenic weather this time of year.
It's weird. My mom came home today from school and she's like, there's a really bad stomach virus going around. I'm like, what?
It's the first day back from spring break.
How is something going around? I swear that place is like a germ factory. I wonder if Mariel got sick when she started working at the school. I know she doesn't like directly work with the kids, but
Yeah. Well, it's officially just you and Marty.
that's all right. I don't care who's here.
Marty and somebody. I don't know. Are you counted as one of those?
I think so.
That's hilarious.
Sounds like the wind is taking my roof off.
I feel like
So weird.
we're gonna hear the famous saying.
I feel like in a minute we're gonna hear dun 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 dun, and the little lady's gonna fly by the window on her bike.
Annie M, come back, Annie M.
Annie M, Annie M, where are you, Annie M? Where the lollipop is. If they get here, I'm out.
Yeah, that would be creepy.
Creepy as all get out.
The last one's still alive, and he's like 104. That would be weird.
Because our kid's now old enough that he don't stand beside the bed and go, I froed up. And we welcome you to Munchkin Land. No, it really does. The wind is just very ominous. If I don't quit drinking this Coke, I'm never going to go to sleep.
I can drink a Celsius and go to sleep.
I can't.
It's like drinking coffee. Oh my gosh.
Really?
That's like an abomination.
I mean,
That's my.
it wasn't like my favorite or
I used to
anything.
watch that movie every time I had a. I would have watched it every day if I could have. That and Mary Poppins.
Oh God, you and your love of Mary Poppins. I remember seeing Mary Poppins when I was little and thinking, no one's that happy.
I just like Dick Van Dyke. He's cool. He's one of the coolest old people, I think.
Well, I mean, they just seem too happy. I don't know. I think because of the level of abuse I was subjected to as a child.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Fragilistic expialidocious. Did I spell that right? Amen, girl. You know, though, I will say this. When the remake came out, we try to go, this is going to sound awful, but we try to go every year on Christmas to a movie. We haven't made it every year.
2 years we haven't.
But when we go see a movie, we went and seen that new one when it came out, that Mary Poppins. Probably the best ones we've seen on Christmas was the Journey to the Middle of the Earth movies. Those were really good.
You know they're coming out with a Minecraft movie.
Minecraft?
Jack, what's his name? Jack Black's in it.
But you can't even see the people in Minecraft.
Jack Black's in it, and what's that Aqua dude? The Aquaman guy. What's his name?
Oh, he's in it? We should go see that. Jason Momoa?
Yeah, he's in it.
Just like that. You know, it could be a good movie. We should probably check it out.
It looks kind of dumb.
No, I'm just kidding. Jack Black is hilarious. But my favorite character Jack Black ever played was Bernie Tito. I loved him in Bernie. Did you watch that, Marty?
If you have not seen Bernie, you have got to watch it.
Oh my gosh, you have to watch it.
Did you know that? Here's a little spoiler. Maybe
it's based on true story.
It's based on a true story, and Bernie Tita is from our hometown.
And the story, the place it's about is Carthage, Texas, which is just up the road from us here. And Matthew McConaughey is from Carthage, and his mama is in that movie.
She is a
chain smoker.
It is the coolest movie.
It is the funniest. You will love it. You will love it. It's hilarious. I love that movie.
He was a
Bernie Tita.
He went to high school in our town where we grew up, and he was a what do you call it? A mortician.
Yep. It's pretty funny. I don't know. You just have to watch it. It's one of those based on a true story.
It's probably on like Tubi now or something.
I think it's on Netflix.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's pretty old. Not old, but
it's one of my classics though that I could watch over and over. That Pretty Woman. I love Pretty Woman. Halloween, Michael Myers, love it.
I don't know. I used to watch the Garbage Pail Kids when they had a TV show or movies or something. I used to watch them, but I was like that kid that did that kind of stuff.
I never even heard of the Garbage Pail Kids, so I married you. I read a lot of Nancy Drew books.
I didn't read.
Oh, I read. Reading was my escape.
Yeah. I didn't even learn how to read until my freshman year of high school or freshman year of college.
Yeah. Which is crazy. No, she's there.
She just listening to us ramble.
Mm-hmm. She's looking for Bernie on Netflix.
She said, I knew y'all are like soul sisters.
Me? Yes. Nancy Drew, I read every Nancy Drew book that my middle school had. And then I started on R.L. Stine's. They were okay. Fear Street ones were good. I wasn't into the Goosebumps ones. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about the house. Every time I think about it for a few minutes, I get even more excited. We wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land. Yeah, I mean, it's such a such a craziness. Yes. My neighbor's mama got me started on Nancy Drew. She had so many. She let me read them when she borrowed the movies. Oh, that's cool. Did you ever read any VC Andrews? Man, I loved VC Andrews. Like
You,
the old vintage ones.
you know my favorite books?
It was like Flowers in the Attic. Um, they were cool. What were your favorite books?
The ones that came out and were movies after they were books.
So you could watch the movie and then take the test and get the points? I thought so. I bet you flunked Old Yeller at least 3 times before you got the points.
Yeah, and Where the Red Fern Grows.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
I used to get these books in the.
Did y'all have to do accelerated reader, Marty, where you got points? I think like every kid in the United States had to do it at one point.
The Hardy Boys? Those are wrestlers.
No, the Hardy Boys is a series of mystery books for boys, you freak. Oh, no, I didn't. I literally only read Nancy Drew. I don't know. There's a Nancy Drew modern day series on CW, I think. I watched like almost all the episodes of that. I just love a good mystery, but now I'm super into true crime. Like I watch so much Dateline and I listen to the podcasts and I don't know, it's just very interesting. And then I'll go and watch the trials on YouTube and
When I think I was in like 4th or 5th grade, and I never could pass a test. I couldn't do comprehension. I couldn't remember if I read something, I couldn't remember.
oh, thank you for the raid, Cassell. We're just sitting here chilling.
Is there a raid?
Yeah.
A raid of 1.
Woohoo.
So my teacher knew I was like real into, I was always a real good athlete. Like everybody knew in town that I like friends from school would come watch me play baseball or basketball or whatever. So my teachers all knew that I liked sports. So, and I never could read. So my teacher one of my teachers that took a real big interest in me, she said, just get those books about those sports players and read the back of the book.
That was taking an interest in you. That's hilarious.
Well, it worked. I started passing tests and I was like, because every year I would flunk accelerated reader.
Mm-hmm.
So it worked.
He was passed, like he was given passing grades because he was a star athlete, and they didn't want him not to be able to play. Now, when he was little, he was in special ed classes because he had physical disabilities.
That was in resource. If that.
Yeah, but it was because you had a limp and a short arm more than it was your academic. Mm-hmm. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like you were in those classes because of having had the stroke. And then he just never, I don't know. I think he was just he was an award-winning athlete and they wanted him to be able to play for their school. So they gave him passing grades. It was not uncommon. The year that I graduated, which was 2000, the quarterback of our football team, the senior quarterback, he couldn't read. And he graduated with honors. It's common in Texas.
What?
No, you're not being nosy. He had a stroke before he was born. That's what happened to his arm and leg. He had a stroke in utero.
I'm a walking miracle.
Yeah, you are. Good looking one at that. Mm-hmm. What's funny is that stroke in utero is probably the easiest health issue he's ever had.
I know. I learned at a young age how to manage.
Yeah. Yeah, your parents did a good job of teaching you that.
I've had two in my lifetime. I've had two people that I went to school with in grade school that had strokes in their later years, like when they were like in their 20s, and they said it was the hardest struggle they'd ever had.
Well, but you didn't know any different. You were born that way. And I think, look, that rose that's almost finished. It looks so cool.
That's cool.
I think when you are born like that, you just, you don't know anything else. So,
yeah.
Welcome in, guys. If you're hopping in, I am doing a diamond painting. And there are several in my bin for purchase. I know. I'm so excited to see this one finished because it's very pretty. I'll probably sell it once it's finished.
What are you doing? Oh. Put your bacon breath on them.
Matt, did you put that stuff up in there?
What stuff? Oh, I can.
I'm almost done. These leaves are cool too. They have like purple in them. So when you're up close, you can see the purple. It's pretty awesome. I did put another one of these in my cart where I order from so I could have one to sell because I really think it's cool. What are you going to do on your show tomorrow, Marty? Cool. I know you keep trying to get to those with every show and you don't quite make it. So I know there have been people wanting them. That's how I've been feeling for a while now. When is the anniversary for the restaurant? Did you get all the pins made? I know you said your mom was helping you. She did such a good job. Oh my gosh. And you're making how many? I wish y'all could hear this wind. It's so creepy. Oh my gosh. I remember when CG ordered 30 from me, or I think it was 30. Oh my gosh. I just sat there, first thing I did was pick out all the focals and then get all the beads. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I like to batch work. So like, let's say I'm sewing bags. I will cut everything and get it all ironed and all that before I start sewing. Did I just get rated again? Oh my God, y'all. Mama Hoops, thank you for the raid. Guys, I'm working on a diamond painting, and you're more than welcome to check out my bin. I have a ton of diamond paintings in there. I would do a givey, but I haven't even sold one thing. So it would be another show in the negative, and my last 3 have been negative. So I'm trying not to do a show in the negative. Thank you for the raid. Please follow Mama Hoops, Marty, if you don't, because I think Marty's pretty much the only one who's been in my show. So, and guys, I appreciate you coming in. This is the diamond painting I'm currently working on. I do not have a copy of this in the bin to sell, but I do have tons of diamond paintings in there. So, and I have one really great one that is steampunk. Let me pin it. I have a Marilyn Monroe. This awesome one, guys. That one that is pinned down there, it is a super cool diamond painting. So if you're into diamond painting at all, you should probably nab that up because it is cheap, cheap, cheap compared to what I paid. The one I'm working on is a 40 by 40. So it's kind of a medium sized. I wouldn't say big, but medium sized. Does anybody else hear diamond paint? They're like, no, lady, we left because you're boring. Marty's supposed to be starting soon, but she hasn't yet. I'm probably killing my algorithm being on here and not running anything or selling anything, but you know, hey, whatevs. There's nothing better than when it like snaps in because it fits perfect. I love that. I know I need to be in bed because I'm gonna have my sleeping all messed up, but you know how you do. I started really early this morning because I started like an hour and a half early for work, so I could like make up a little time because I knew I would be out tomorrow, and so I'm like, I need to make up a little bit of my time. So, oh, let me see, and I can run them. Pin it. There we go. Hold on one second, and there we go. That one started. That's the 30 by 40 rainbow tornado. Thank you, friend. Oh. I appreciate you. Awesome. Let me see. This is my
Oh, we sold that one.
No, I have the 30 by 90. I don't have the 70 by 40 because I had a 70 by 40. Check and make sure. 1 second. Let me make sure I have this and then I'll run it. It's a pretty cool one. I had 2 really large ones.
30 by 90?
Yep. Yep, that one I still have too. Yay! I love these things. It's like so relaxing to do them. I keep saying I'm going to do that big mushroom. I just haven't.
You're not now.
One of these days, right? And the Hello Kitty ones are so cute.
Well, there was no Brussels sprouts left.
I didn't figure there would be.
And there was no pork one left.
So just rice.
Yeah, and a tiny bit of rice, so I put it in a Tupperware.
Let me put a flash cell on this guy. I'm ready to get new ones. This steampunk one is cool. If someone likes steampunk, this is a good one. Oh my gosh, Giving Tree! What? I've got a flash sale going on of a steampunk diamond painting. Look at you, girl. You are on late.
Oh, Lord. 2 o'clock in the morning.
How was your show? Was it awesome? Babe, give me something I can run a Gibby. Yeah. So I've got a diamond painting out. I am going to do this diamond painting as a Gibby. It says flash sale on it, but we're going to do it as a Gibby. It's Chinese lanterns on a lake. Debbie! Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. Give me just a second, guys. I'm going to put this in as a giveaway. I finally sold something, so I can do a Gibby and it won't cost me money. Or like not a lot. Oh my gosh, we miss you too. How have you been? Get in the diamond painting Gibby, guys. Let me show you. I'm sure you are, friend. I'll see you next time. This is what it looks like completed. Chinese lanterns over a lake. It is a size 30 by 40. Beautiful colors, lots of color blocking. If you're a fan of diamond paintings, get in the Gibby because, hey, the one that I'm working on, let me move this so y'all can see it. This is what I have done so far. This is what she's gonna look like when she's through. So she has rainbow, big, huge rainbow roses here, and then leopard leaves around here. It's a really cool diamond painting, like really cool. And I've been working on her for a while. Couple weeks at least. grab a couple more colors tonight. Huh? What is it? Mm-hmm. There were several little ones I hadn't done. I generated them earlier. I need to get them all packaged up. I'll do that tomorrow. I gotta finish this cute little look at that. Almost finished with that little rose. So do you guys diamond paint that are here? I know Z, I'm not sure what your screen name was. I know it started with Z. I know you do, obviously, because you picked some up out of the bin. Does anyone else diamond paint? Marty's supposed to be starting, but she never has started. I'm convinced she's not going to. Just saying.
Kind of busy.
I'm just giving her a hard time. Yes, I will. There it is. It's a cool painting. Like, whew, big time. It should be going, I think. Oh, you're awesome. Thank you. Well, listen, I have a video. My same screen name right here, Broken by Design Studio. My same screen name, there's a video on my YouTube channel that teaches you how to kit it up. Because when you first start one, it can be a little overwhelming when it's a larger one. But these little deals, they look like Tic Tac containers. I know, it's crazy. But that's what, I got this like at I think I bought this on Temu. So you take this little key on the side because it's just like a map. It has a key down the side of it. And so number 3, which is how I label my containers, on my key it says number 3 is all the Z's. So everywhere on my painting that is a Z, I put, because the painting itself is sticky. And so everywhere that there is a Z, which I know there's at least one because I saw it earlier. Yep, right there. I use my little picker upper and I pick one up and I get it on the end of my pen. And then right here is a Z. So I just press it down and it stays because this is adhesive. Yay! You won the giveaway. So this will be coming to you too. So that's why, I mean, honestly, it keeps me like feeling like I can manage life. And let me show you this. Oh, it's cool, Debbie. It's so cool. I need to send you one of these. So inside here, Z, there's a tray and a pen picker upper and a sticky pad. So you'll take your this is my fancy pen. You can get one of these off of like eBay or Temu or anywhere. This is that little square of stuff. And when you're ready to start a diamond painting, you have to put some silicone sticky up in there. So that's got a hole in it. So you just grab this and you stick it down on that and let it stick all up in it. And that helps you pick up the diamonds. So you'll have this little kit and you can use this to do this. And then here's all your diamonds for it. And then right here, you can see your little key. So see how it has ZWU? Well, number 1, everywhere there is a Z, you're going to put the stone in the bag that says number 1. So it's not that complicated, but they do turn out beautiful. They turn out really beautiful. Yes, it will. Um, it is one of the best focus away from me activities that I've ever done. And I mean, I'm just putting this out there. I don't talk about this all the time or anything, but I had a lot of trauma as a child. And when I have downtime, sometimes I tend to overthink of things. And this really helps with that. She's good. She went to bed a little earlier. She's still working at the school and loving it. Of course, she's made us all sicker than a dog because all those kids are just carrying all kinds of germs. Every week, poor thing, she comes home with something new from the children's at the school. But that's just part of it. It's just the way it goes when you work at a school, or like you used to have daycare. Kids just carry all them bacterias. We joke around with her all the time that she's like a walking germ factory. you know, we all have something, and I think the main thing that I experienced with diamond painting was a sense of accomplishment. I think that is absolutely the best thing that it did for me, because I truly do feel accomplished when I finish one. And I finished a lot. And I actually sell them on my channel, where if I'm doing a diamond painting show, I allow people to purchase them and have me complete them for an additional fee. And then they just get to hang up the beauty in their home. So that's been pretty popular as well. But it really does it gives me a great sense of accomplishment to finish one. Pit Pat Alley Cat, what a great name. And then I started using my leftover diamonds, because most of the time you have leftover diamonds, to like bling out random things. That was fun. My niece, I have a 4-year-old niece who's, good night, sweetheart. God bless you. We love you. I have a 4-year-old niece who's like super, super into Hello Kitty. And for Christmas, I used my leftover diamonds to bling her out a little Hello Kitty figure. Because hey, using super glue and gluing these on a Hello Kitty figure is just normal. Everybody does that, right? What is S4? 3? Yeah, it was fun. It was very tedious because you're working on the curves, and wow, it was tedious. And then I got the bright idea that I was going to do some hair bows, like clips. So I've blinged out one whole side of a clip. And then I got kind of like overwhelmed, and I was like, okay, I need to stop for a while. So that is that one section done and dusted. I work in sections. Aw, thank you. She's a pretty awesome niece, so it's easy to want to be an awesome aunt for them. I work in sections, and I use this release film. You can get this on Temu. When your painting is sticky, which the back here is tacky, it's sticky, you put this down on your painting, and let me raise y'all up for a minute here. As you can see, the painting is quite large, right? Like when I first open the painting, I pull that plastic film off, and I place these over all of the bits like this. And then I pull them off, and I work them section by section. So that one, it stays covered and nothing gets on the sticky part. But I also I don't want to overwhelm myself, because if you just start one, you can get really overwhelmed. But these are very cool. Like if you do them with the release film, Yes, I believe parchment is what they suggest. I just picked up the release films and I had like a free item in my Temu order. And so I grabbed it in there. And I know I bought this on Temu as well. And it's got different heads. So like this one screws in to the end. And the purpose of this one is so that you can pick up more than one diamond at a time, because like all of this black is considered color blocking. So when you've got like one in all of those, what you can do when you have a multi-placer tool, which is what that's called, is you shake it out in your tray, get it all clear. So the first thing you do is pour some in, hit it like this to get them all down here, and then give it a gentle shake like this, and they'll line up in these little grooves. And then you can take this and pick up an entire line and lay down one whole line at a time. Super satisfying. They're so much fun. And honestly, all the tools are very economical on like the Temu, Shein, all that jazz. So definitely worth investing in. Now, when you're done with them, on Temu, there is what they call diamond painting sealer. I don't necessarily always use the sealer. If I have it, I use it. But if I don't, I don't. I just use this glossy Mod Podge. And if you don't want to frame it, here's the other thing. If you get finished with it and you're like, well, I really like it, this is canvas. So if you don't want to frame it, you just cover these edges in a decorative washi tape, and then you can just put a tack in it and hang it up on the wall. Because once it's sealed, it will be a little bit stiff. And you just paint this on and let it dry. Just right on top of the crystal. And it dries glossy. So there's your little short crash course in diamond paint. Not that you asked any of that, but hey, there you go. I mean, it is definitely an activity that I very much enjoy. I think it really, I do this, I color. Yeah, of course. Earlier I was actually showing them, I do adult coloring. I actually colored this live tonight. So I do a lot of adult coloring book type activities. I'm totally into that. And making jewelry and sewing are my things. And so this one is just, I try to do like a little section a day, Girl, we were just showing this earlier. Like, seriously, I actually had color pages that were printable. I was showing my these markers because I was using these tonight, my alcohol set. And then I also have these that I pick up when people sell storage units. I mean, so many markers. What? I'm just, yeah. Do you have Ohuhus? We were talking about Ohuhus. So you hang them up. Yep. I don't either. I can't afford them. We were talking about them earlier. They're insanely expensive. And some of mine I like just as good. This 200 piece set I got from, it was either Temu or Shein. I don't remember which one. You've done tons of these? That's awesome. What do you do with yours? I think you just hang them up. I guess. I mean, you could gift them. You could take them in and have them framed. That's always a possibility. Or do you mean the coloring pages? I just realized that that may be what you were talking about. This one needs to be straightened, this section. Pit Pat Alley Cat, if you're talking about the coloring sections, I'm in the process of creating a bit of a portfolio of coloring so that I can turn it into custom fabric because I like to sew. And you can take your designs and turn them into fabric by scanning them. So I'm working on one second, let me grab it so I can show it to y'all. These are some I have finished like in the last week. So I did that one. This one will definitely become fabric because I just love it. I did that one. I haven't finished her yet. I did work on these the other day. This one I think I'm going to turn into a piece of fabric as well. It's crazy cool. And then a kitty cat. I guess when I'm old and I pass away, my son can give these to his kids. Tell him his grandmother. Spoonflower. I love these like this. So my goal is going to be to create fat quarters because I like making bags out of fat quarters of fabric. Love that one. As you can tell, I really like bright colors. This one is gorgeous. Well, in all honesty, it will make me money. Simply, like, habits that don't necessarily make me money are probably diamond paintings because I buy those just to sell them. I don't like. Oh, love you too, friend, and we'll see you tomorrow at some point. I'm excited to turn these into fabric, though. Some more than others, but yeah, I'm really excited to turn these into fabric pieces. But I have amassed quite a collection so far. This is like those scarab beetles. This one I did with the markers that are like acrylic paint. Very interesting markers. This is probably my fave. Cannot wait to turn that into a fat quarter. Did that one. I got a lot in here I need to finish. You get started and then you start something else and forget you haven't finished. I'm probably going to call it a night soon too as well, guys. I've got to actually get some sleep. But I really appreciate you guys coming in. And thank you so much, Z, for your purchases. I appreciate you, friend. Very much. I hope that you guys will take a second and bookmark my upcoming shows. I'm going to be on the Junk Journal Jamboree soon, and you know, I sell fabric and I make jewelry and I sell jewelry and I make pins and I make keychains, and like this is an example of one of the pins I made. Has a My Little Pony on it. And I make the little keychain, like bag chain, phone connected chains. Yep. We've got to get ourselves to bed as well. So I'm going to see if there's anyone on that we can create a raid to. Oh, Nikki's on. We'll go see my friend Nikki. Y'all have a nice night and we love you. I hope that you know that we love you and Jesus loves you no matter what.